Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Capital City Sports. My name is Ethan Styll. Let's get started. All right, so this week, baseball and softball are away, but we still have plenty of action in the tennis and beach volleyball worlds. To start things off on Thursday, we had Vanderbilt, who's ranked third in the nation, coming to town. Eli Brand was on the site.
It's going to be a heavyweight matchup today in the SEC as the third-ranked Vanderbilt Commodores come to the Carolina Tennis Center to take on the seventh-ranked South Carolina Gamecocks. This game could come down to the wire and end up deciding the SEC regular season.
South Carolina came in as an underdog against the Commodores and didn't help themselves out by falling behind early. They lost the doubles point behind two dominant performances by two pairs of Vanderbilt partners. The game was far from over, though, as South Carolina still had a chance to recover in the singles portion of the matchup. USC would actually gain a 2-1 lead after two wins by Hadley Berg and Mia Horvath. Unfortunately for South Carolina, valiant efforts by Klein and Martins weren't enough to secure the win as they let the lead slip by losing the next three matches. In the end, Vanderbilt beat South Carolina by a score of 4-2.
The game indeed did come down to the wire as South Carolina fell to Vanderbilt 4-2. They'll look to get back on track on Senior Day this Saturday against the Kentucky Wildcats. For Capital City Sports, I'm Eli Brand.
Moving on to Friday night, there were two beach volleyball matches going on, and we had Mike Olson there for the match against Tulane.
We're here at Wheeler Beach where the number 9 South Carolina Gamecocks are taking on the number 19 Tulane Green Wave. The Gamecocks are looking to build off of earlier success where they took down Coastal Carolina. South Carolina's Katie Smith and Katie Bates came out strong, winning the first set of their match by just 2 points. Taryn Mergener and Lan Wynn fired back, winning the second set. The Gamecocks put up a solid performance, but in the end, it wasn't enough, as Tulane won the third set and the first match. South Carolina's Shannon Williams and Allie Denny struggled as they dropped 2 straight sets to Tulane's Madeline Mertz and Kaylee McHugh, extending the lead for Tulane. Julia Manisto and Carly Schneider made a comeback for South Carolina as they took down Ashley Delgado and Addison Hermstad for South Carolina's first victory. The Gamecocks kept the momentum going as Macy Tendrich and Leah Perry defeated Rio Frohoff and Gabriela Becerra. It came down to the wire as South Carolina's Aubrey Ezell and Lydia Dimke sealed the deal with a clutch 3-set victory over Tulane's Lauren Orlich and Anna Chin, securing the overall win for the Gamecocks. It was hard fought on both sides, but the Gamecocks came out on top by a score of 3-2. The Gamecocks will look to continue their success tomorrow at 1-5 when they take on Missouri State and College of Charleston. For Capital City Sports, I'm Mike Olson.
All right, rounding out the weekend, we had a men's tennis match against Alabama. It's an SEC matchup. Phoebe Murray was there. Phoebe, how did it go?
A bittersweet day here today at the Gamecocks Carolina Tennis Center. It's senior day, and the men's tennis team is playing their last home game of the season against number 45 ranked Alabama. The morning started by honoring seniors Harrison O'Keefe, Gabriel Frederick, and Thomas Mayron as they were given framed jerseys to commemorate their time as Gamecocks. In their final doubles match at home, seniors Frederick and Mayron created an early lead by clinching the first point for the Gamecocks. The duo of sophomore Paul Jubb and junior Wood Benton also won their doubles match with a score of 6-3. Meanwhile, junior Yancey Dennis and O'Keefe fell to the Crimson Tide with a score of 2-6. In the men's single matches, Dennis and Jubb beat both of their Alabama opponents, tying the score up 3-3. At the end of the day, it came down to Alabama's Ricardo Roberto and senior Harrison O'Keefe to decide the meet winning point, and after a long rain delay, O'Keefe came out on top, securing the 4-3 victory over the Alabama Crimson Tide. The The Gamecocks will finish their regular season this Friday when they travel to Clemson to play the Tigers. For Capital City Sports, I'm Phoebe Murray.
All right, that finishes up this week of Capital City Sports. My name is Ethan Styll. Make sure to come back next week to check out what's going on in the Gamecock world of sports. Follow us on Twitter at CCS on SGTV. Have a good one.